Hi, my name's Cameron Carlson with AnimeLocation.tv. I'm here at Animatic 2021 with MPoppins Cosplay.
Hello.
How you been to this year? It's been a long time since we saw you. It was at Animatic 2018.
Yeah, it's been a while, but for everybody it has. So it feels great. This is actually my first guest appearance back since the pandemic started and everything closed down. So it feels great to be back.
Well, you're doing a fantastic job today. I love it. Now, a fan of cosplay and Halloween, how have you kept busy considering the last year and a half? You know, you couldn't have your awesome Halloween parties where your neighbors were constantly coming over.
No, we couldn't. But I have my whole family that still lives in the house. So we kept busy. We made a couple of new costumes, and I actually redecorated my house to keep busy. So I still spent just as much money as I do on cosplay. I just did it somewhere else.
Now, the cool part is that you have been featured in Cosplay Zine a few times. How's it like being having some of your photos being in national press like that?
It's really surreal. I mean, I love the attention. Don't get me wrong. I am an attention hog, so I love it. It's been really great. I actually got a really surprised because the last time I didn't even know I was going to be featured. It was from something I had submitted before, and they didn't get to use it yet, and they put me on the whole back cover. So I was like, wow, this is great. Yeah. So, yes, I really appreciate them. They do a really good job.
Awesome. Now, a really fun cosplay that you and your husband got to do that had a chance to cosplay characters from Guardians of the Galaxy. How much fun was it to do a collaborative project with him?
It was great, actually, because he does electrical work. That's what he's trained to do. So all the lights that went on his costume, he did that. He did the work on some of the, like his prop knife. Mm-hmm. You know, he didn't do a whole lot, but he did a lot of it. And so it was really fun. What's more fun for him is when I make the costumes and he gets to just wear them, which is what I've done since then, because he competed in that because he did enough of it that he could. Mm-hmm. But after that, he's like, no, you make them. But he really loves doing the characters.
Well, that's fun. It's something to share and have fun with together.
Yeah, as long as there is a character he likes. Like he won't do some of the ones we've wanted to do for him, but you give him Yondu, Barbossa, you know, he'll do those because he loves those.
Nice. Now, since last time we happened to chat, you're also going to start doing judging cosplay at cons. You're doing it for some other upcoming events. How's it like going from being judged to judging?
It's definitely interesting. I think having been a competitor as long as I was, it gave me a really good foundation. Mm-hmm. I also had a really good foundation of skills because I know how to do many different types of work. I don't just sew. So I was actually brought into OhioCon because I know how to do thermoplastics and foam work. Easy. Yeah, so I can't say I do it as well as some of other cosplayers, but I know how to do it. I know the process it takes. And I'm constantly trying to learn new skills just to stay in that same sort of, skill set area where I can offer more. So I'm working on learning how to finish 3D print work and things too. So it's definitely interesting. I actually really enjoy both. Mm-hmm. I did start competing a little bit here and there again. But yeah, I love doing the judging. Yeah.
Now, you can tell, what can you tell younger cosplayers or those just starting out what the judges are looking for to help with their total overall score?
Ah, funny you just asked that because I had a panel this morning on that subject, and I actually offer that panel at conventions that I'm a guest at, so watch for it. And sometimes when I'm not a guest, like Cincinnati Expo, sometimes I'll do panels there, so we might see it pop up there. But basically, look for having enough content in your costume. It can't be too simple. Make as much of it as you can, but every part that you make sure it looks really, really cleanly done, inside and out. Because you can't have one part look really, really good and then another part be sloppy and expect to win something. So if it's really clean execution, lots of skill sets if you can, and then make sure that, you can move in it. Yeah. Being able to walk around in it, having some movement. Pick something that's unique and has a wow factor. Something they don't normally see, or a skill, or using a unique material for something that you wouldn't think of. Something unique about it helps too.
Nice, because there's sometimes I see some like really large cosplays. I'm like, you can't move in that. Like, there's no way. It's like I don't even know how they do it. So, if you could tell us about Craftsmanship Competition and how it differs from other cosplay competitions.
So, Craftsmanship, the judging is solely based on did you make the costume and how much of it did you make. The more of it that you made, the better your chances are. But again, it has to be really cleanly done. and well done from every aspect of it. Sometimes inside and out. You need to get into the higher level competitions, and even your seams need to be really perfect. The inside of the armor shouldn't have duct tape holding it together, you know. So inside and out, it should be really clean. There are competitions that are just for fun, and those are great because there's no stress with those. You know, and so those are great ones too. I primarily like the craftsmanship because that's my thing. I like to do that. I like to compete. I like to challenge myself. So that's my niche that I do.
Yeah. So, as a crafter, you seem to repurpose a lot of old items into your cosplay in larger pieces, such as furniture. I've known that you do that. I saw a couple of pictures on your Instagram where you're reusing furniture to do some of your cosplays. So what are some of the challenges when you're repurposing materials? You know, how like you said, this was a Christmas ornament, correct?
Yeah, this was a Christmas ornament. It's like one of those egg-shaped clear plastic orbs that you can take apart, put together. So I glued it together and glued glass beads all over it. And there's a flashlight that's glued in the hole in the bottom that you usually use to hang it on the tree with. So, you know, it's easy because I can change the batteries. It's easy to turn on and off, and then it just goes in the top of my staff. So as soon as you can simplify it, you know, to make it work, you don't have to know how to do electronics. Like I said, my husband does electronics, but this is what I end up with. So he doesn't want to necessarily. So when you can simplify it, it's not hard to glue a flashlight in a plastic ball. So, you know, you can do that. Yeah, so what you're talking about, I think, is I upgraded to the Banished look for Melisandre from Game of Thrones. Could not find the fabric that I wanted and the color I wanted in the 2 weeks that I needed to make the costume. So I literally went around my house and I took apart 2 blanket throws that I had and made the cape and the cowl out of those. And it actually looks really good. I'm not going to change it. I thought I'll find the better fabric later. But so look around. Use unconventional materials. Go to the hardware store and look for really weird like springs and nuts and bolts and things for an armor costume. You never know what you're going to find.
It kind of reminds me when you're talking about the throw blankets. It just reminded me of the Gone in the Wind with the curtains.
Yeah.
That reminded me of that one.
Yeah.
So as we talked about, you've been very busy at home. Are there any upcoming projects that aren't keeping you busy that you want fans to know about coming up?
Yeah, well, I'm excited to be guesting at Lexington Comic and Toy Con again, and I do help run their contest still, so I'll be doing that in September. I have some other cons that I think are coming back. So look for me there, but I can't really announce because I don't have official things going on quite yet. But I'll be attending the ones in between here and there too.
Alrighty, now where can we keep up with you online? And what message would you like to give to the fans that get to come and see you?
Oh, please come and see because we're starved for seeing everybody. It's been so great to see people that I've seen in the past already today. And you can follow me on MPoppins Cosplay on Facebook and Instagram.
It's been wonderful to talk with you again. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I love it.